Pregame.com.
And welcome back. Pregame.tv, Ken Thomson, live by his lonesome. Of course, Marco D'Angelo will be back in a couple weeks. And again, Vegas runner, he's on a later schedule. So again, we'll do some future bets as far as he's got a couple football teams for futures. You're going to want to check these out. These are good, and you want to get these numbers as quick as you can. He has one in the AFC and one in the NFC to get to the big game at the end of the year. So stay tuned for those. Check those out. There's a lot of great future plays up on that site right now for college football and pro football at pregame.tv. You've got to check these out if you want to get the best numbers right now in town. Another baseball game. This one is for Sunday afternoon. Got to make sure you have a play for each and every day. Saturday, we've got you the one play. Sunday, this game is going to be the Houston Astros. They are at home against the Seattle Mariners. Seattle Mariners playing pretty good ball right before the All-Star break, able to get a home sweep against the Angels. That was important to give themselves a little bit of momentum. Not the same Mariner team when you look. It just kind of, it's not the same looking at him and you don't see Ichiro. I mean, to me, this guy was one of those guys you wanted to see him end his whole career there in Seattle. But, of course, my pal Barry Wong, the producer, he's a big Mariners fan. He was saying the same thing, how he would have liked to see Randy Johnson and Ken Griffey Jr., those guys, the mainstays from the upstart Seattle Mariners back in the day, finish their careers with the Mariners. Who knows what could have been with that franchise. Well, this game, Seattle, again, going on the road. Houston not bad at home. Seattle not the best road team. 9 games under 500 coming into Friday night, which is when I'm taping this, again, for Sunday afternoon. And, well, no sense getting into the game itself with, as my buddy Marco D'Angelo says, without making it official. So let's make it official. All right, King Felix, it's so hard to go against him. Doesn't matter if he's home at Safeco or on the road, and he's pitching well. Had a little valley there where he kind of struggled for a couple games, but he's back to his old self. And I'm thinking you're going to get him on the road about minus 135, maybe minus 140. If I saw it higher than that, I would consider the run line. But I'm thinking, you know what? I feel so good about this play. I'm just going to take it no matter what. Like my pal Chuck Edel says, hey, look, you don't pay the juice if you win the game. So I'm going to go with King Felix. And again, I'm looking at a minus 135, 140 is my guesstimation. 6-0 shutout, 6-0 shutout against the Angels in his last outing. In that game, he went 8 innings. The 3 games prior, he went 7 innings. So you know you're going to get some consistency there. King Felix had an 11-4 win against Boston in the game prior. Now, only 10 strikeouts in his last 2 games, but he didn't walk a batter in 8 innings in his last outing against the Angels. The 2 games prior to that, he had no decisions, but he pitched very well. They actually got a win in one of those and a loss in one, but he only gave up 2 runs in both of those contests against Texas and Pittsburgh, and he had 18 strikeouts in those 2 games. So, again, consistency, you're going to get that from King Felix. 2 wins in his last 2 outings, 2 no decisions in the 2 games before that. But, again, 7 innings, the shortest stint, 3 times, and then the 1 8-inning performance against the Angels right before the All-Star break. I like the consistency from the middle of the lineup now. Seager's been consistent all year. He's been very solid, hitting at 293, has 15 homers, 44 ribbies. Then you've got Morales. He started getting it going about 3.5, 4 weeks before the All-Star break. 280, 14 homers, 54 RBIs. And then the main man, Raul Ibanez. Doesn't matter, Philly uniform, Yankee uniform, put him on the Mariner and put the Mariner uniform on him. He's still going to produce 24 home runs, just 56 RBIs. Not a lot of guys on base for Ibanez on a lot of those home runs, a lot of solo shots, but he's got the average up to 267. Justin Smoke also starting to get it going. He's cut down on the strikeouts. He is 13 for his last 33, which is huge. And again, only 5 strikeouts in his last 28 at-bats. That's good for Justin Smoke, and he's got that average up there to 272. Saunders, Ackley, Zunino, Franklin, Punch and Judy hitters, guys that are going to set the table. And I think Seattle's going to be able to get enough runs off Bud Norris. Now, Norris got roughed up in his last outing, but he's not bad. So I nearly went with the under in this game, but I said, you know what? The way King Felix is pitching, you might as well just take the side. Norris is pitching on Friday. It's Lyles that's going on Sunday. So when I saw that, I said, got to go against Jordan Lyles. And that's what made me consider the run line. Lyles, in his last 22 innings, 15 earned runs, only 9 strikeouts and 8 walks. So not a good walk strikeout ratio there. And also he's allowed 27 hits. So he's a definite go against. Meanwhile, you've got Altuve. He signed the contract extension. He's been consistent, hitting .280, has 21 stolen bases, one of the catalysts. Not a lot of RBIs, 28. You've got Castro, Carter. He's been banged up, the kid from Vegas. Dominguez, very bad average, 227. Corcoran, Martinez, guys that plug innings there, but not much consistency as far as average for that Houston lineup. So even though the Astros are at home, I know that's probably going to bring the price down a little bit on King Felix, which is good. Again, I'm looking at a -135, -140. Now, if the Mariners take the first 2 in the series, it could be a little higher, but I'm telling you, take King Felix. He will take care of business. I doubt he gives up more than 1 run against Houston, even though the game's on the road, and I expect the Seattle Mariners to win this game somewhere in the neighborhood of 5-1, 6-1, and again, I'll take care of business there as I'm cashing at the window, not paying that juice because I'm going to win the game. Now, a couple other notes on the sidebar here. R.J. Bell and Company, first preview. Check these guys out. They are on AM 1100. It is ESPN Radio. That is a 10 a.m. start Monday through Friday. And also my show, it is on AM 720 KDWN. It is on a 50,000-watt station, hits most of the West Coast. It is SportsX Radio. If you're outside the area, you can go to sportsxradio.com. Not only is the show listen live feature on the homepage, but also you can go to the website for the archives. And we have a brand new affiliate starting on August 1st. We will be in Phoenix on AM 1100 KFNX. So I want to welcome them to SportsX Radio. But again, always a guest from pregame.com on the SportsX Radio show. And again, top tier handicappers as well from pregame.com, always on first preview with Scotty Sprites or R.J. Bell and the guys, and look forward to that show on ESPN Radio, AM 1100 in Las Vegas. That's going to do it. We're going to have some future plays as far as football from Vegas Runner. We'll be back, folks. Enjoy your weekend. Stay as cool as possible. And again, remember, baseball, when you have that first weekend back, don't be going whole hog trying to get all the money right after the All-Star break, because different teams come out of the gate different ways. I think Seattle will come out of the gate very strong, so they are the play again on pregame.tv. Take King Felix, lay whatever the juice is against Houston and Jordan Lyles, and we like Seattle to win that game handily. Till next time, I'm Ken Thomson, pregame.tv.